Now, this is the functioning part of the app. In the first screen, there's a clock and a label that says Final Challenge. Now, the blocks part are these ones. Then this takes you to another screen, that is screen number 2. In here, there's the cover screen, there's the logo of the app, and the clock. And the blocks are that when the screen initializes, the clock starts counting, and when it stops, it takes you to another screen, that is screen create account. In here, when you first get in, it appears this arrangement. Then in here, there are the images that change, and there are two buttons to create an account. And these are the blocks for that. And this is when it changes the image. Now when it changes, it appears this, where you can create your account. You need to put an email, a password, a name, and a button. Now, here are the things. So when you choose your email, password, name, age, or gender, it will save to TinyDB. Now, the next screen is the main screen.
Okay, in the main screen, as you can see, we have like a little arrangement with the button of start quiz, so you can start the quiz. Above it, we have a canvas where will be shown the animation and our character. Here we have a logo, and here it's the button for the menu, so it will be shown when you click on it. Then, as you can see, here we have different arrangement to show the different questions. For example, this is question number 1, and so on with the others. And for example, here we have 3 buttons. This one is for the microphone, for the recorder. This is to change between questions, and this is to turn back. And yeah, so for the blocks part, it's a lot, but we try to make it less with procedures that will help us. As you can see here, are all of these line is about the changing of the question, and this line is for the part of the answers, if it's happy or sad or angry and stuff like that. For example, here we have 3 different procedures, and for example, the first one is for sad, and it will do all of these, and the same but with happy and with anger, as you can see. And yeah, that's some of the procedures we have. The other ones are, well, here's an important part, because with this we can move to the other screen, that is screen mood, and it will be shown the mood in which you are. For example, here, if you have this amount of points, then you're angry. And if you have this, you're sad, and this, you're happy, and like that. The other procedures are this. This is for the arrangement, the questions, and this is for every time you click on next, you have to do this. And this is for when you restart it, so when you like put everything again on 0 and like that. And here we have the list of the questions, and here we have the part of the timer, like when you don't answer the question, it will vibrate for 2000 milliseconds, and it will show an alert that says select an answer and so on until you answer it. And here also, anytime you check checkbox, then you will turn it to blue and turn the clock, this one, to false. And this is a part of the menu. It's so easy. It will allow you to like show the menu and hide it and like that. And here also we have a different animations made with gifts. Like this is the animation for our neutral character. This is for the happy one, the sad one, and the angry one. And that's it for our main screen. Let's move on to mood screen. And in mood screen, in the designing part, we have like this, but because we have different arrangement, and all of them are in false because it will be shown based on the answers you have. And here also is a part of the menu. For example, if you're happy, it will show this. This is a gift that will be shown when you like initialize it. And yeah, that's basically what it is. And here we have the part of the. So as I was saying, here we have the blocks for clear the TinyDB tags. For example, anytime you want to like restart the quiz or repeat the quiz, you will clear the TinyDB element, the tag mood. And yeah, here we have the aside of like showing everything I said in the screen, it will also show a like a little arrow that will take you to another screen that are games, but that depending on the mood you are. And here are different like gift. First we have this that is the happy gift, this is the sad gift, and this is the angry gift. It's basically the same. We use variables to like change the images with one without the use of a lot of clocks. And when the screen initialized, first of all, it will thank the user for joining the quiz with a notifier. For example, the message is "Thank you for taking the quiz" and blah blah blah, and the title is "Thank you," and the button says "Okay." Then you will like in the menu, you have like three buttons, and at first you have a like an image of your profile and a name, your username. This allows you to do that, and if the value of the tag mood is equal to happy, then you will do this. But if the value is equal to sad, it will do these other things. And basically, it's turn on and turn off arrangements and clocks for the gift, and a text to speech that say you're angry, you're happy, and you're sad. And the same goes with angry. Here we have the part of the menu, like in the last screen. So let's move on. Let's start explaining our first game, that is a memorama. And here we have the memorama that will allow you to reset the game. And the part of the music, if you click on it, it will appear an arrangement where you have three different songs, and you can stop it or play it anytime you want, and you can change the volume also. Here is the button and our logo. And for the blackboard, okay, here we have a bunch of things. And for example, as always, we have the part of the menu and the clocks. But let's start with everything else.
This is a game I created. It's a memorama, and here I choose different image that represent emotions. If you choose, it choose randomly, and the objective is to complete all the buttons. Here is the procedure that calls all the buttons that when you click and create list to choose from different image, uh, uh, change the height and width of the buttons when you initialize this screen. The main variables are buttons, image, and selected buttons. When 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 the clock timer starts, all the comprobations will be verified and then will stop. It chooses randomly from one number of all the 14 elements that has. Uh, and then if it's incorrect, it remove it and repeat the process another time to comprovate if it's correct. All the selected button 1 and 2 will be equal and will be marked. uh, every time if you miss, you will notified by an advice that is correct, or it could be uh, bad if you wrong. um, and you can repeat every time you feel stressed or sad the memorama, and it always change.
Okay, so let's move to the other screen. That is the second game. And yeah, here is like a diary, and it is for in case you're sad. As you can see, you can choose the date. You can also choose the color you want for write. And here you can see the notes you have, the menu, the logo, and the music. Uh, per game, we have 3 songs. And yeah, as always, we have the part of the menu. And this will allow you to stop. All of this will allow you to set the part of the songs. Here, for example, will these 2 blocks will allow you to change the volume of the songs. Here is, for example, when you we use a variable to save a notes to be infinite notes, because it's more like it's better to have a register of notes. But yeah, so first we have to set the the tiny db elements, but here what you're going to do is to just call them. For example, we have the tag notas, total notas, and user and name. And when every time you shake your phone, it will save a lot of information. It will save the total notes in a variable, and in that variable, you will in another TinyDB you will set the variable that you already saved, and you will also set the the date picker month in text, and the text box, that is the things you wanted to write. And when you finish this, it will show you a notification that says your notes have been saved. And it will turn empty the text box, and the hint will tell text how do you feel. And yeah, that's how you can save the your notes. And this is a part of the changing color of the when you write. You select a thing for the spinner, and then you turn it to you set it to the text color of the textbook one. For example, if the selection is equal to blue, then you will set the color blue to the text color of the textbook one. And yeah, here we have the part of how you can show your notes, the notes that have been saved. And as you can see, you have the the variable that we already set, and it will go by one until as many notes you've been saved in the variable. And here is the part also of the menu. And I think that's it. These are the buttons for the menu. And here is important also to say that every time you click on button 16, it will clear all the tiny device. I mean, like all the information that have been saved in it, on it, it will be deleted. And it will show you a notification that says, do you want to delete your notes? You will have to put like, okay. And that's it for the game 2. Let's move to game 3. And
Now, this game is in case you are happy, so you can continue being happy. The game consists in several balls and an original ball that it's like a beach one, and you need to click it to start the game, and the ball start going through the screen, and you need to catch the beach ball, and you have a score and you have 3 lives. And if you click the other ball, it will take a life away. Now these are the blocks. We need to initialize a variable when we put the speed. Now this is what happens when a ball, the soccer ball, reaches an edge. Now this it changes the heading and the speed, and it also bounces. Now it's the same but with different balls, but only with the soccer ones. Now when you click on the beach ball, this one, this is what happens. The score, the score, it will change the variable, and it will do all the things. We'll set the speeds to 0, and this is the procedure that happens when you touch a soccer ball. And the game stops, and you have a less life. And here's the other procedure. So you can put the speed of all the balls to 15. And those are all the blocks.
continuing explaining our application, let's move to the edit profile screen. First, as always, we have the part of the menu, and here we like, first of all, in create account, you remember that we saved all the information we had there in a different tags, for example, name, user, and password, and all of that. But here, when the screen initializes, it will show you the information that you already saved. And this will allow you to pick a image from your gallery, from the cell phone of, for the gallery of your cell phone. Sorry. All of this will allow you to get the information, and this will allow you to save again the information in the same tags. Like when you edit your profile, you like change everything, you know. And when you click on the button 9, that it's the button save, then you will save every new thing you put in the same tags you had. So you will change like the information, you will renovate it. And yeah, let's move to the info and instruction screens. That are the last ones. The info screen is only as you can see, is we have labels with the information of the developers, and here is a button that will allow you to move between to another screen, that is the main screen, and it's the same for the instruction instruction screen, and it also have the part of the button that will move you to the main screen. And let's show the menu. So, well, we didn't show the design part. Is the same as the create account. And let's show the menu so you can see it. First, we have to change the width because it is like in 1 pixel. That's why it's not visible. And that's it. Here we have, as I was saying, the name of the user, that is the name, that is saved in a TinyDB. The image that you pick from your gallery. This button will allow you to move to the edit profile screen. This will close the application. This will move you to the main screen, and this will move you to the info screen, and this one for the instruction screen. And that's it for the functioning part, the creation part, sorry. And let's move on to the innovations. The first innovations we have are the volume part. As I was saying, in each game we have different properties for the sound, for the sounds. And for example, when you turn on the menu, is this one, and with a two buttons that are over here, you can change the volume, so it will be lower or higher depending on what you want. Here are the three sounds that I was talking about. Then the other innovation is this one, the Memorama, because we use different and innovative things to create it, because we haven't done that before in any challenge. And yeah, that's two of the innovations we have. The other one is on our main screen, and it's the recorded speech that you can see over here. When you click on this one, it will make available the recorder thing, so you can speak and it will recognize your voice and select an answer. That's the third innovation. The fourth innovation is the changing of the images that we were talking about in the create account screen. And here, these are the images that would change. As you saw, you change between three images, this one, another one, and another one, and it does it like with one clock. And that's innovative because we haven't used this before, and we created on our own. And the last innovation is the part of the gallery of edit profile. Here, anytime you click on it, it will move you to your gallery, so you can pick an image, and when you select it, it will be set it in this button. And those are our five innovation things, among others that are like smaller but still innovations. And yeah, that's it.
Now, for the creative things, there are several things. For example, the colors that we chose, that are orange and blue. We chose those colors because blue means unity or to calm down, and the orange means innovative, that it's innovative. Now, another things that we made for the creative things are the logo that is one, the ones that on the screen too, this one, and there's another that is in every screen, that is this one. Now, another thing that is creative are like the happiness, sadness, or anger environment, like the background image that changes depending on the mood or the sounds that are played and stuff like that. Another creative thing it's like the menu. So when you click it, it appears your image with your name, and the image you can edit it, and also you can edit the name. And the music is another creative thing. the gifts that we created ourselves, like there are several, like the robot, Darla, and that's everything for the creative things.
Okay, so here is what to say before we finished that we decided to add another option to make the application easier for the user, and it is that when that every time you want to answer, instead of like is this part, instead of just like recording your voice, you can also your check the checkbox, so you can do it manually, like with your hands and stuff, instead of recording it, because when you record it you need like an internet connection, and sometimes we know that it's not possible to have internet. So we decided to add this in order to be better for the user. And yeah, here we call a procedure every time you answer a question. Well, you check a checkbox, so it will enable the button next, so you can move to another. You can move to through questions. And yeah, that's all for the blog part. Thank you.